Hi, my name is Jess Lambert, and this is for the muzzleloader course. So, I really enjoyed the muzzleloader project as a whole. I like to challenge myself, and I felt that this was a great challenge. Um, I have never done that much work on a firearm, or at least that intense. I like to customize firearms. I've done a few staining of stocks, removing stain and oil and redoing it to what I want, but I've never sanded down a project like that. I've never had to inlay anything like that. Never had to do a whole barrel for bluing. I would have liked to have done the browning, but I was kind of impatient and I had bluing stuff but not browning, so I went ahead and blued the barrel. Um, some of the issues I've had with it, um, trying to figure it out, how to assemble it at first. I ended up using a YouTube video, which I'll put in the description below, and that really showed me how to get it put together. But at the same time, it didn't show me everything. It didn't show me everything, so I still had to figure some things out. A couple other issues I had was the drill bit for the tangs under the barrel. I did not have a size 32. I had something very close, but luckily I was able to remount the holes just a little bit to get those pins to sit through almost perfectly. If I was to do it again, which I do plan on buying another kit and making another, or actually making two for a few people, but I want to take mine back apart. I want to re-blue the barrel, make it look a little nicer. After watching that video of how the stocks were made in the factory, I realized my stock is not up to par. Did not think about it. Did not have a hand sander. I did not have anything fancy. All I had was a couple pieces of sandpaper and a 1-inch belt sander. They work great, but unfortunately I do not have enough time with the belt sander because it's only a 1-inch. I leave like little inch marks on the stock, and I didn't want to do that. I think a hand sander I could definitely work with because that's one thing I work with at work. So I know I'd be able to perform with a hand sander. So that is one thing I'm going to be looking into investing in. And I want to remove the finish off the stock and completely redo it, try to get it nice and smooth. I did think about using steel wool at the time to smooth it out, and that to me was one of the issues. But again, I will be stripping it back down and give it another go, making it a little more rounded, not so many hard edges. I think just with the belt sander and just the hand sandpaper I had, it just wasn't enough at my disposal. But I think now, watching how it was done in that video, I have a better sense of what I need to do, and I'm going to again take it apart and redo it just to turn out something I'm super proud of. I mean, trust me, I'm proud of what I've turned in and created by my own two hands, but I feel like I can do better, and that's one thing I like. I like pushing myself. If I feel like I could do better, I will. Fiance hates it because I wear too many gun parts, because I always want to make my firearms better, work better, perform better. I just can't leave anything alone. So I'll probably take this muzzleloader apart a couple times before I'm completely satisfied. But I have not had the chance to fire it yet. I have bought lead balls, powder, measuring funnel, cone, or a funnel for the top of the powder. I bought a new ramrod. I bought a ball starter. A few other things, capper and stuff like that. So I have everything to shoot it because I've never fired one before. And I am really looking forward to it. So, yeah, can't wait. So hopefully everything goes well and I will be able to fire it Tuesday. So unfortunately not this weekend. But yeah, really looking forward to shooting it and taking it apart and redoing it, because to me that's fun. I would like to say thank you again for understanding that I did not have a chance to get a video of the muzzleloader. Unfortunately, I do not have it with me here. We are about 4 hours away from home. Unfortunately, the fiance did have a funeral and for her step-grandmother, and work has just been absolutely crazy lately. They've been making me stay out of town quite a bit. So when we had a chance to take this little vacation for her family, we jumped on it, and I just totally was not thinking about it. I kind of pushed everything off and said we need this just to relax, and then I realized I needed it. So I do apologize for that, but thank you for giving me a workaround, and I will explain the mechanism behind the muzzleloader, the trigger, the hammer, and all that. Now, the muzzleloader as a firearm is a very simple firearm, and I think that's one reason why it was so popular back then and why it's still popular today. Before I assembled the muzzleloader, I was looking at the parts. It looks very simple to operate. I noticed on the lock itself, it was a hammer and a mainspring and a little rod to trick the hammer into firing. Um, the hammer had two positions, or three positions: closed, half cock, and full cock. Half cock is the safe position where you can put the primer cap on, number 11 primer cap, and it's a percussion cap. In half cock position, it is safe to put the percussion cap on. It will not fire in half cock position, and that's one of the notches on the hammer itself. It stays within half cock. Then you also have full cock position, which is ready to fire. Um, when it's set back, you can drop it by pulling the trigger and firing the rifle, or you can hold the hammer, release the trigger, and set the hammer down. The trigger, it has one function, it has one pivot point, and it pushes on a rod to trick the hammer into firing. From there, once you fire the rifle, the hammer strikes the percussion cap. The percussion cap sends the charge into where the powder is. Powder ignites, builds pressure, and pushes the lead ball or mini ball or whatever else you have in the barrel out, and that's what enables the firing process. It is a little slower than the modern day centerfire cartridge or the old rimfire cartridges, but I can't wait to shoot it. Let's be honest, I haven't shot one. I'm very excited to. So I hope that covers the mechanics behind it. Like I said, very simple rifle, and I think that's why we still use them today, because they are so simple. Simplicity is key. We don't need to overcomplicate things, and the muzzleloader has done just that.